Right, I saw that. I forgot that thing was on, you know. I forgot that thing was on. Big up, people. Big up, big up. Love and respect to everybody. Everybody. Love and respect, man. And listen, we're here. We're here. I'm going to turn this thing on. Let's do it. There you go. All right. Yeah, man. Big up, love and respect to everybody. Come for the preview show. I was supposed to do it at 3 o'clock, but I was a bit busy at 3 o'clock, so I had to push it on to now. Key. Aki. Para aquí. Yeah, man. So big up, bless up, one love. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, please. Like and subscribe button, and also hit the notification button. Red for Life. So the building says big up Rods, big up Red for Life. Red for Life says everyone hit the likes on the way in. Yes, make sure you do that, please. Right, so basically we're going to be talking about this is the preview. I have got the press conference to show you. So let me pull it up now, and then we can get into this. We can get this press conference. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Right, let's do it. Let's get into this press conference.
Arne, good afternoon. First of all, just wanted to check on Alexander Isak. What chance of him figuring and getting some game time, at least in this game against Atletico Madrid?
There's definitely a chance because he's in the squad. So then there's a chance to play, but it's...
Let me just go back again.
Arne, good afternoon. First of all, just wanted to check on Alexander Isak. What chance of him figuring and getting some game time, at least in this game against Atletico Madrid?
There's definitely a chance because he's in the squad. So then there's a chance to play, but it's... I would normally always say 99.9% sure, but I can say it's 100% sure that he will not play 90 minutes. But he's part of the squad, so
I like that.
It's already a Champions League game to look forward to. But if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen tomorrow as well.
Even a chance to start then?
The only thing what is sure is that he would not play 90, and all the rest you will see tomorrow.
Obviously, we look at Florian Wirtz and the switch that he's made coming to Liverpool, and I think there's probably an argument to say that we've not seen the best of him just yet. I think there were flashes in the second half, at least against Burnley once again. What do you put that down to, though, the fact that we've not seen the best of Florian just yet, and what kind of adjustment is he having to make?
I put that down to Bournemouth, I put that down to Newcastle, I put that down to Arsenal, I put that down to a team we faced this weekend that only conceded 14 goals last season. If it's correct, I don't know, but someone told me today it's the first time in 18 months that Burnley lost a home game. So if I'm wrong,
right,
that's because of that person. But it tells you how hard...
Yeah. You see that now. You see that now. Not many people knew that. You know what I mean? About obviously, with Burnley, that's a right. What's going on there? See, that's the first time in sort of like 18 months that they have lost at Burnley. Do you know what I mean? Hence the low block and the San Allardyce mixed in with Tony Pulis vibe. Excuse me, right? So a lot of people didn't know about that. I've frozen, huh? Looks like I've frozen to ask that. You freeze? Bumbleclad. Hold on there. Yeah. Let me take this out. Yeah, so not a lot of people didn't know about that. Yeah. I think when the video's on, it kind of like, wow, dude, what's wrong with this thing here? Why is it being like that for? Keep on sticking, bro. Rods, apparently. Yeah. Bumbleclad. You see that? You see that? You know what I mean? Oh, God, what's wrong with me? Yeah, so apparently, he goes, Rod, you okay? I'm good, Andico. Apparently Isaac is starting. Wow. Wow. I'm feeling that, you know. I'm feeling that. Isaac is starting. Yes, man. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Right. Yeah, keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. Right, let's get back on it. Get back on it.
Hard it is to play these games, and which is normal, because there's so much focus on our new signings, because especially the pundits that favor not us but some other clubs in the country that cannot stop talking about 450 million. I repeat, 450 million. I repeat, 450 million.
That's my boy, man. That's my boy. That's my boy, man. Hold on. That is my boy, man. Tell him again. Blood clot friend. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. What's it? I think our under 18s just drew 0-0. I'm youth in the youth league. Okay. And Dico said with Atletico Madrid. Oh, with Atletico Madrid. Okay. Simon Jordan isn't happy with slots. Was it hilarious? It's sort of hilarious. Okay. Why am I sort of like slot? It's classy. That's my man. That's my G. I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah.
But they always forget the 300 million that we've sold for. And these players that we've brought in are indeed a lot of money, but they are playing now together with players that are worth same amounts of money. So yes, if we want to strengthen the squad, we need almost to spend that much money, because then they are. If we sell Dominic Soboslai tomorrow, he would be worth 100 million as well.
Yeah, cool.
So there's so much focus on Florian, but the ones that have stayed behind, still in the team, haven't scored 4 goals or 12 assists as well. So he's been part of a team, Florian, that is on top of the league, that won 4 games. He's part of the team that won against Newcastle, that won against Arsenal, where the team of last season didn't win away at Newcastle, didn't win at home against Arsenal. So it's the way you want to look at it. Yes, he hasn't scored 4 goals or 12 assists.
Yeah, a lot's been taken taken out of content when it comes to talking about Florian Wirtz. A lot's been taken out of content. Listen, it's gonna take it takes any player time to adjust in day two, sort of like the Premier League, because obviously we've got a more faster, more physical lead in Europe. You know what I'm saying, but I do feel, as my friend Fozzie says, I do feel like tonight, if he's playing tonight, he'd probably do that a little bit more better, because it's a bit not so much in your face Champions League. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, when you're playing in the Premiership, you know what I mean. You have to sort of like, you have to have a certain steel about you. You know what I mean? You know, it's because like if you push your foot around, well, people just pull you off. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is not, to me, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to Florian Wirtz.
In the first 4 games, but for me, that's down to the quality we faced, and he's part of a team that's number 1 in the league at the moment.
You have said the best is still to come from the group as a whole. So how well equipped do you feel you are to compete on all 4 fronts once again, even go further than what you were able to do last season?
Yeah, I think we are far above my expectations during the summer.
Yeah, man. Let's look at some of the comments that we got. MM's in the building. He said, "All right, boys and girls." Pavel's in the building. He said, "God bless Uncle Rod and the community. God bless you, sir." And Dicko says, "See, Trent pulled his hamstring last night. That's real Chelsea, PSG. Is it? That's real. It's real Chelsea, PSG. All bad hamstrings. Okay, injuries almost like Klopp was right." Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, so City spent 200 million in January and not a peep more in summer. Arsenal as well. Silence Chelsea. Nothing had. Let me read this one properly. All right, let's see. All right, City spent 200 million in January, not a peep in some more in summer. Arsenal as well. Silence Chelsea. Nothing. How dare we? Yeah, it's that's always the way. That's always the way. They can spend what they want, do what they want, but when we do it, it's a problem. I mean, okay, fair enough. But we're doing it right though. We're doing it the right way. Okay.
So we all know what happened this summer. We all knew when the program or the schedule came out that we had to face Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, and Bournemouth at home. And it turned out to be Burnley a difficult one as well. But that is maybe not what I expected it, but not in the fashion as it happened on Sunday. So for us to be on 12 points now is so much more than I expected, especially after we've had so many changes in the group as well, in our squad. Sorry, and yeah, I think we can do better. But we're not every time going to face Newcastle away and Arsenal at home.
How does this test compare to what you faced already,
Sorry?
Atletico? How does this test against Atletico then compare to what you faced already in the Premier League?
When I was at Feyenoord in the Eredivisie, you knew when you went from a Sunday to a Wednesday, you had to make 2 steps up, unless you played Ajax or PSV in the weekend. But if you play Premier League, it is either the same quality you face or a little step up. So yes, it's again a very difficult one because Atletico Madrid has done so well in La Liga over so many years with Diego Simeone. They were even able to win the league twice when you face Real Madrid and Barcelona. And they've been twice in the final of the Champions League. So this again is a team.
It's a good test for Slot, to be honest. Good test for Slot. So, this is who's this? Slew them a bear, Phoenix them a carry. Uh, Vishav, Liverpool versus Hareem Ball. Here we go. It's not that. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, mate. Make sure you do that for me, please. Make sure you do that. And Dico in the building. There's went to say Real Madrid, Chelsea, PSG, all bad hamstring injuries. Remember Klopp um, got shouted down for saying. Klopp got shouted down for saying CWC was mad, no breaks at all. Yeah. I mean, they always want to. They always want to make Klopp the enemy.
That that is a difficult one to play against because of the mentality, because of their team performance, because of their individual quality. The last time I faced them, I still wake up sometimes. That's not true, but at night thinking about Griezmann, how good he was in that game.
Yeah, he's a good
I
player,
think
man.
we lost 3-1. I'm not exactly sure, but he was outstanding that game. So the good thing now is that in my team I have players that can do similar things than Griezmann can do.
Yes, he damn
And
straight about that.
although I loved my players at Feyenoord a lot as well, but at that moment of time, in their moment of their career, they were not able to compete with Griezmann on that night.
Yeah.
Iona, you talk about the new players coming in, but you have won those 4 games in the Premier League. What does that say about the squad? And also, the mentality, that strong mentality has stayed there, hasn't it? Because you've won those games late on.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's very focused on us winning the game late on. But that again has a lot to do with the teams we faced as well. So of course it has a bit to do with how fit we are, that we can always keep on going and make the difference in the and last part of the game. But if you face maybe teams that are not as strong as that, you are able to win the game a bit earlier. So it probably also tells you how difficult our schedule has been in the first few games for us to be that we need to win it in the end. Then people will tell me, yeah, what are you talking about? You played Burnley as well, but again, this team only conceded 14 goals last season in the whole season. So yeah, very happy with where we are, especially because I don't know if everyone knows what I mean with that, but I think everyone does. What a summer we've been through. And I'm not talking about selling players or bringing players in. I think we all know where I'm talking about. And then to be here with 12 points after such a difficult start in terms of the teams we faced is more than expected. But still, we know as well, and we want to do better. But I also wanted to do better than last season. So if we would have kept that team together, we needed to do better as well. And that's why we are every day on a training pitch to try and in meetings to try and make the team better.
You talk about the new players, but one of the older players, Andy Robertson, came off the bench on Sunday, played brilliantly well against Burnley. How much can he help somebody
Yeah.
like a Milos Kerkez, for example?
Brilliantly well. I think he played well. That we agree. If he would have played brilliantly well, he would have hit his left foot outside shot into the top corner. No, he had a very good impact. Milos started the game not brilliantly well, but he started the game well. But we had to take him off, and then it's such a nice thing that you have Andy Robertson to replace him, and he just came in the team as if he never been doing anything else and started to play with his teammates. But it was a difficult game for us, so I don't think anyone played brilliantly well. But he definitely played well, and so it's good to have him in the squad. That's for sure.
Carl?
Hi, Anne. I just wondered what you learned from last season's Champions League, particularly in terms of the format. You finished top of the group and then didn't get a particularly favourable draw,
Oh.
and whether that will influence how you approach this
Yeah.
Champions League.
I got that question just a second ago as well. I think it's not a smart thing to do is judge something on one event, because if I judge it on one event, I would say it's of no interest if you end up number 1 or number 7 or number 8, because we had a very difficult draw, and the number 11 Real Madrid had to play the number 22, which was Man City. So what I like about this draw is tonight I go home. I go a little bit earlier home after this press conference, but tonight I'm in front of the television and I'm looking at which game is going to come up, because it's always going to be a nice game, because there can be a pot 1 team that plays a pot 1 team. In the past, it was always pot 1 to pot 2, pot 3, pot 4. So that is the nice part of it. What I don't like about this format is that if you have NBA everywhere where you have a league table and then you play playoffs, you have a league table after everyone playing the same teams. So if you then end up number 1, then probably the number 8 is weaker than the number 5. But now there are teams that come from pot 4 that have an easier draw than teams that are in pot 1. So this whole league table doesn't give the real opinion about who's good and who isn't. So then it can happen like last season that the number 11 Real Madrid can play the number 22 Man City. And it's not like Man City did something so bad. No, they had to face a difficult draw. And it's the same like Paris Saint-Germain. If you look at the draw of Paris Saint-Germain this season, it's the same as last season. So if you ask me this question immediately after we lost Paris Saint-Germain, I would have told you, forget about the first 8 games. But now I use my brains a bit more, and I tell you, don't judge a new format on the first time. Judge it after 3 or 4 times, and that's see maybe the upcoming 3 times the number 1 of the league table will have a favorable draw. But that was definitely not the situation last season.
Pass support behind you.
Arne, when you think back to the second PSG game and how close it was, does the fact that they went on to win the tournament give you a boost in a way, or does it frustrate you?
A bit of both, maybe. And because we were so close, I think it wasn't that I said it, but I think Luis Enrique said before when he said here, he said the team that's going to win this playoff is going to win the tournament. And he was right. Not to say that it would have happened with us as well, but in the end, he was right. So it tells you that we were a team. We were the only team that could bring them to extra time and the only team that could bring them to penalties. So it was a frustration to lose it with penalties. It also, if you are out, at least that's what I have. If I'm out, I prefer to go out against a team that wins it in the end, because that tells you if you can bring them so far. Yeah, it's a bit too simple to say, yeah, then we weren't that far off of winning it as well. But we felt that was the best team in Europe last season. I think everybody agrees to that, because they won the French league, they won the cup, they went to the Club World Cup, were very close to winning that as well. So it's fair to say they were the best team in Europe last season. That we were so close of beating them gives us also the confidence that we are able to compete in this league as well. But even if we would have lost them 2 times with 4-0, I would still tell you now that Liverpool will always be able to compete.
Yeah, that's the format of the Champions League is a bit strange. You know what I mean? I found it a lot very, very strange to the fact that we, the team that we had. Do you know what I mean? The team that we had was like, it was strange. It was really strange having PSG. Do you know what I mean? When we like literally won the group. Yeah. What's this? I think. Yeah, it's considering that the day sort of like you know that we won the league. Do you know what I mean? I found it very strange, but I suppose that's the way it is sometimes. Antico says, "What do you think team will be tonight?" Well, I'm going to go for the predicted lineup in the just now, my friend. I'll do that, bro, and yeah, I'm going to take a look at it together. Do you know what I mean? Scott will learn from finishing first and will rotate. Yeah, he would. He would definitely. I 100% believe that. 100% believe that he'll learn for it. I think he's not only gonna learn from the Champions League. He's gonna learn from sort of like the Premier League as well. Learn for the FA Cup and the domestic tournaments, because he's probably thinking that day I could have rotated more in that as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button. I've got a new button called the hype button. Yeah, if you want to hit that as well. I think it's instead of a like button, you can hit the hype button. So I got told, hit that kind of like does a world of good for me. Do you know what I mean? Let's carry on with the press conference, guys. Let's check this one. What's this one here? Slot will learn. Ali Bali, Verch, Kanate, Robbo, Grav, Sposlai, Verts, Gapo, Salah, Isaac. That sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, let's get on it.
In the Champions League.
Front.
Artur Kovács, RTL Hungary. We can say that Dominic Szoboszlai can play brilliantly well as a right defender, but now Jeremy Frimpong is fit again. Can he return to the midfield, maybe?
And Conor Bradley is fit again as well. But we also have 4 very good midfielders fit as well. Endo, McAllister, Dominic, Florian. Do I have that one? Curtis is not fit, Curtis Jones. So yeah, in every position we have a lot of competition. He can play in both positions. And let's see if he plays tomorrow, where he's going to play.
Just behind.
Hi, Arne. Gabriel from Swedish SVT. What
Sweden.
do you think will be the biggest challenges here for Alexander Isak in the first time in the club that he must focus on?
Getting fit. Getting fit after missing out 4 months and of proper team sessions. He doesn't have to prove to anyone that he's good enough to play in the Premier League, because that's what he's proven already at Newcastle. So the main challenge he has is to become so fit that he's first of all ready to do what he did last season. And then speaking about Paris Saint-Germain, I don't think anyone is surprised that I was mainly impressed by the way they press. So it's double press. And that is what
Don't say it like that.
what
That's funny. That's funny. Oh man, carry on.
what was Dembele was one of the examples that was so outstanding in his pressing game. So everybody is focused on Paris Saint-Germain about all the goals they score, but I was mainly impressed by the way they pressed. And so the moment he's fit and match fit, and he can play 90, and then the next step is playing 3 times in a week, 90 minutes, and then the next step is going one step further in terms of pressing. And that's what he has to do. And then scoring goals and doing special things in attack, that is something he will 100% sure do.
Here in Spanish.
We'll take we'll do this last question, and then we'll go on to predicted lineup, okay? And then obviously predictions on tonight, and then we finish the show.
Yep.
Hablabas antes del mercado de fichajes en España. Se ha hablado mucho del dinero invertido por el Liverpool. ¿A ti te molesta que se hable tanto del dinero que se ha gastado el Liverpool? Y si estás de acuerdo en que por ello vosotros seáis considerados los favoritos a ganar la Champions.
Something like that.
He's been listening to a lot of talk sports because he was saying that we spent so much money, and it didn't came to him probably that we've sold for 300 million. I repeat, for 300 million.
Oh yeah, it gets a bit.
As well.
It gets a bit.
I think it's only a compliment.
It gets a bit thing after a while. Do you know what I mean? It does get a bit thing after a while. Sort of like, always have to kind of explain. You know what I mean? Sort of like, your thing. You know what I mean? Your position, and sort of like, and how you've actually sort of like dealt with this transfer market and stuff. It does get a bit jarring after a while still, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to go through that again. You know what I mean? Considering that day, you got other teams at the day that sort of like that have spent lots of money. They spent lots of money, but nobody says anything to them. Right, let me go and check out my poll I did. I'm sure I did it for this one. Yeah, sure I did it for this one. Let me check out my poll, yeah? Check out my poll. Bear with me, guys. Oh, here it is. Slew them. All right, I did a poll, and it said, what is your prediction on tonight's result, LFC fans? 92% says win. 0% says 0% says loss, and 8% says a draw. So keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Obviously, check back at the end, towards the end of the show. Okay, let's get back on it. Let's see something here. Okay. Always when I put it big like that, it just gets okay. Ooh. And Dicko says Rod's Mamajas really has posted CL graphic on his Instagram. Doesn't usually. Red go. Let me just do something here because I don't know why it's. Red's Gold says, big up Rods, big up to you. Freedom Journey, big up Freedom Journey. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button as well, and also hit the notification button. Be notified whenever I go live. Freedom Journey says, slot cooking, talk, sport, my manager. Yeah, facts. And this one here from Red Gold says Slot cooked the journal to perfection. He owned them. Yeah, he owned them. Yes, it's glad for. Right. So let's have a look at this. Have a look at this lineup too. Let's look at this lineup too. I mean, we have that down. Let's look at this lineup too. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Right, let's get this. Right, let's see how this works out. See how this works. I'm gonna share it with you guys, okay? Let's see how this works out. Okay, well we'll have it. We'll have that. We'll have it like that. We'll have it like that for the time being. You know what I mean? Right. Big up Football at Ends. He said, big up Roz. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button on Football with Ends. Like and subscribe on this channel and also hit the notification button. Okay. Right. Let's have a look at the lineup. So we're going to do this. Let's do this. Right. Ali's going to be in goal. See. Mr. Becker in goal. Okay. Yeah, this one here. Right, done that, from that. I think Robertson comes in. I think Robertson comes in tonight for the experience. Robertson comes in for experience. Obviously, Big Verge comes in. And Canate comes in. And Bradley. I think you started Bradley. Brothers. Yeah, so this is what we've got so far. We got Becker in goal, Robertson, a Big Verge, Canate, and Bradley. That's our back line, okay? The double pivots will be played by Gravenberch. Yeah. And Sobo. Sobo's line. That's your midfield. That's your midfield. I think. No, I won't do that. I'm thinking Engamoa. I think we might start with Engamoa. So if we does start with Engamoa, I need to take the quality thing for that. But I'm not going to start him. More or less, we probably start with this guy. Gappo comes in. Verts. That's your 10. That's your 10. And Salah Right. Now, some people are saying in the day that sort of Ekatike, that Isak's going to start tonight. They're hearing that Isak's going to start. I don't think that happens. I still think he starts with Ekatike and then he probably bring on Isak, obviously the 70th minute or that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to keep it Ekatike. Yeah, I'm going to keep it him. Okay? For the time being. He's also good as well, Ekatike. So that's my starting 11. That is my starting 11. That's my starting 11 for the game on tonight. So what we got? We've got Allison in goal. We got back four of Robertson, Verge, and Kanate, and Bradley is right back. The two guys in midfield playing double pivot would be Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, right? Then up front you've got like Gappo, Verts, Salah, and we've got Ekatike out front. Okay. Big up Rods. Hope your day was good. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm here with I'm here for the Verts goal today. Facts. And you are. And so, why are you calling me fraud for? What? When do you? Q2 mods. What's it done to you, mate? This was Travis. Yeah, here for the Verts goal. Yeah. Raw Q2 mods. What's it done to you, bro? I see. I thought you done something. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Right, score predictions tonight. Score predictions, guys. Come on, give me score predictions. Score predictions, please. Score predictions. Give me your score predictions, guys. 3-1. All right. Okay. Let me just put up another picture. Oh crap. Hold on. I just want to share them. Give me 1 minute. Right. This one up. Right. Okay. Put that image up. Yes. So Q2 mods says 3-1 to us. Q2 mods. Freedom Journey says 2-1 Bert and Rubber. Okay. A Rubber, he starts with Ekatike and Gapper and Szoboszlai. Was it? Robbie start with Ekatike and Gapper and Szoboszlai, then later. Oh, Szoboszlai and Szoboszlai, then later sub those three for Rio, Isak, and Wirtz. What's that? Oh, no. Come on, any more score predictions for me? Knackered today, I'm tired. I think it's going to be 3-0 to Liverpool. That's my prediction. How is you, old man, Rods? Cupid dog. Cupid one said, how is your old man? Not too good. Not too good to be honest, but not too bad. You know what I mean? You know. Well, thanks for asking. I hope he's doing well. Thank you for asking, Q2 Mods. Thank you for asking. I think. Real G. The change of weather is doing us all in. Rod's facts. Yeah, I'll go agree with that. I got my thing coming today. My power pack coming today, and I got this today. Yeah. You might not be able to see it, but what it is, it's Corso making. He did Corsos in it today. Did Corso in it. So like obviously Sunday when I'm doing my Sunday roast as well, I can pretty sure I can make Corso from earlier. You know what I mean? And just have it in the fridge. Oh my gosh. The weather is shite. Yeah, it is, mate. I tell you, Q2 Mods. I said Ekatika and Verts get in each other's way, I think. Will fit better with either. You're right, actually. You are actually right, Red Skulls. You're right. Because they had a tendency of doing that on Sunday. They really had a tendency of doing it Sunday. Red Skulls says 2-1. 2-1. Good. I will be doing a watch along later. I'll be doing a watch along later for the game. Do you know what I mean? So don't fear, I'll be doing that. And hope to see you guys a bit later on for the watch along. Hope to see you guys. Pile in, man. Pile in and we'll have some fun. Do you know what I mean? I already given my score prediction. I said it's gonna be 3-1. You know what I mean? I said it'd be 3-1. But yeah, guys, listen, if you can watch this on a replay, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And also hit the notification button and you'll be notified whenever I go live. Sin. I don't know why when you open it big, it just like it just lags. Yeah. So yeah, do that for me. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys very, very soon, my G's. Very soon. Take care, guys. Love and respect. Hold on. It may be tight because Atletico parked the bus and are dirty. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I'll be here for the watch along. Have a blessed one. Big up to everybody in the chat. Love and respect. And listen, I'll see you guys a bit later on. Take care. Love and respect. Bye bye.